Uh-oh. Okay, now it says we're recording. Okay, so let me know whenever you're ready and I'll start.
Okay.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Patricia Morris, and with me today is my beautiful friend, Gabby Milan.
Hi.
It's so good to be with you guys this afternoon. We're actually connecting with you today because our intention right now in recording this for you is to help everybody understand that no matter what you're feeling right now, that it's okay. There's no judgment whatsoever right now in what you're feeling. There's so much uncertainty, so much craziness going on out there right now, and we're all feeling it. And it's been hard for everybody. It really has. And we just want to make sure that everybody is okay. We want to make sure that whatever you're feeling, that you can acknowledge that and have compassion for it rather than telling yourself that you're, quote, bad for having certain emotions that might be coming up. So that's our intention as we're with you today, is to help you with that. And then we also have 5 ways that you can help yourself move through these challenging times as well. So I'm going to
Yeah.
just start really quickly and introduce myself a little bit more. And then, Gabby, if you want to introduce yourself after this. So, again, my name is Patricia Morris. I am also a Reiki master teacher. I'm also a licensed massage therapist. And my passion is helping other people, as you can tell just by my profession. And it's been hard. And I think all of us light workers out there right now are in this same boat where we're having a hard time not being able to give in the ways that we're used to giving. And that's another thing, is that we want to be able to collaborate with not just each other, me and Gabby, but everybody collectively, to see how we can be there and show up for each other during these difficult times. So, yeah, so that's me right now.
Yes, I think more than ever now we need to come together to help each other and to just express how we're really feeling and show compassion for ourselves and for others. So, yeah, I'm Gabby, and I am the owner of a More Healing Place in Utah. And I am a life coach, clinical hypnotherapist, and I also do Reiki healing. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be on this video, and just kind of like reach out to everybody and see how everyone's feeling. That's the most important thing for me, to just make sure that everyone knows that however you're feeling right now, it's okay. There's no right or wrong way to feel. No one has the manual on how to act during a crazy time like this, or how to feel on what's right to be thinking or not thinking. And I see a lot of, I would say, light workers or spiritual people out there saying that you're supposed to feel just happy and positive and not let yourself feel any sadness, any anxiety during this time. And I don't buy to that. I don't believe that. I think it's okay to feel whatever's coming through. Let it come. So yeah.
Yeah, to add on to that, Gabby, I think this is just my perspective. So this is just what my truth is, and whether it resonates or not, that's okay. If it doesn't resonate, that's great. Um, but if it does resonate, a little bit of tidbit that I'd like to offer is that if you are in a place right now where you feel like, I cannot feel any of this negativity, it's going to drag me down, and I don't want to get dragged down so that I can't get back up, that is so understandable right now, because with so much uncertainty going on out there, it is hard to know at what point we're letting ourselves feel and at what point we're letting ourselves feel too much, where we are going to go to like a point of no return. So I just wanted to add that on there because that can be a difficult thing to balance, and Gabby and I are going to try to help you with some techniques on how to do that. So yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, just remember during this time that you are the train, not the passengers. Meaning the passengers will be all the emotions that we're feeling. And as empaths or highly sensitive people, we might be feeling those emotions from other people too, as a collective consciousness. So don't think that you're those passengers. You're just a train, you're moving forward, and just let them come and go. They'll get on they'll get out of the train whenever they need to. They'll get on whenever they need to. Just feel it all, and it's okay. Just be compassionate. Mhm. So should we talk about the 5 ways that we can cope through these difficult times?
Yes, let's definitely do that because um, there's so much that we could say about that. And I know when you and I get together, we love to just chit chat and it can get really, really long. So, yeah, let's definitely delve into that because I think people are probably wanting to hear like ways that they could help themselves right now while we're all being isolated, while we're feeling a little bit of disconnection, actually maybe not a little bit, a lot of disconnection from everybody because we have to isolate or quarantine ourselves. So many things are shut down. We're not able to go out and just do fun things like we used to do anymore. So a lot of us feel very lonely and isolated right now, or a lot of us are feeling crazy. With kids are home, they're acting up because their world has been turned upside down too. Everybody's world has been turned upside down. And so it can get to a point where we're all getting on each other's nerves, right? It can. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that either. I heard somebody saying that the other day, a light worker who she just felt bad because her kids are home and they're driving her crazy. And she's like, but I shouldn't be letting myself feel this because I'm a light worker and I'm not supposed to feel these things. I'm like, no, 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 honey. You're supposed to feel this stuff. This is a time of healing. And this is a time when everything that needs to be healed is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, we're under a lot of pressure at this time, and whatever needs to go is gonna come up. Yeah.
And
So
it
just
is. And it is. And the key is just to be mindful of what that is. So Gabby and I are going to kind of go through some ways, not only just to cope, but just to be mindful of things that might be coming up for you right now and maybe things that might need to be healed.
yeah. So number one is I think grounding. And
Oh
what
yeah.
grounding means to me is just come back to center, being in the moment, be
Not being
in the
outside
now.
space. Yeah.
Because we'll go crazy thinking about what's going to happen in the future. There's so many articles, there's so much information on social media. Some of it might be true, some of it might not. The media, the theories going on out there. But
Yeah.
right now, we have to come back to center and say, right now, I'm okay. Right now, I have everything that I need. Right now, I'm
Except
breathing.
toilet paper. Just kidding. I had to throw that in there. Sorry.
Yeah, some people might have the toilet paper right now, but yeah, grounding, and you can ground through trying to be in nature. Right now, it might be too cold, but even going outside for a 5-minute walk will help you ground so much. If you have animals at home, take some time to be with them. They're grounded, they help you come back to nature, to yourself. There's some grounding meditations that you can do. Yoga, moving your body will help you ground too.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you, Gabby. Why
Mhm.
would you say grounding is important right now? What would you
I think
say?
we have to, I think the most important thing right now is that we have to keep our root chakra open so that we can flush out anything that is raining on us,
And it
meaning
is.
it's
It's a
the
shit
emotions
storm,
that are,
okay? We'll say it. It's a
yeah,
shit storm.
a storm, and all of this is getting on us, and we just have to flush it out of our system, and that goes through the root chakra into earth. That's the way to do it. So if we close the root chakra, we're going to have a much harder time letting go of the emotions that don't serve us.
Yeah.
And so grounding is so important to just let them go through us. That doesn't mean avoiding them, right? Denying that they're there. It means just feel them and then let them go wherever they need to go. So grounding is so important. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd like to add too onto grounding that as we go through this shit storm, I'm not going to say it, this shit storm, we are not only feeling our own stuff, but we're feeling the collective. It is heavy out there right now. And what us sensitive souls or empaths end up doing is not just feeling our own stuff, but feeling everybody else's out there. And then before we know it, we don't even know what's ours anymore. We don't even know what is theirs anymore. And then when that happens, we become ungrounded, and then we're just all over the place. We're just not even in the present moment. Um, you just kind of get caught in a state of fear. You just become kind of unbalanced, and grounding kind of helps bring you back to balance. And that's what we all need right now, is to feel a lot of balance in these uncertain times where it seems like the scales are not really balanced at all.
Yes, grounding helps accept the moment how it is right now. The quicker we go into acceptance, the easier we'll go into the other side of the spectrum, right? So if we're feeling a lot of uncertainty right now, and we say, I accept, I'm feeling very uncertain, very unsafe. Nothing seems to be the way it was before. Then the quicker we can go into the opposite of that, right? The the fastest we accept being sad in this moment, the faster that will make room for happiness, for joy.
Mm-hmm.
So not denying it is accepting it. So yeah, grounding, grounding, grounding. Oils are really good for grounding too, right? Essential oil,
Yes. Yes. Essential oils.
crystals. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do, and not everything is going to work for you. So just play with it and find whatever works for you the best.
Yeah, there's some things that we can offer as suggestions, like my favorite ways to ground or Gabby's favorite ways to ground. And hopefully that can give some people some tips. Or you can Google, ways to ground and then find something if you're not familiar with grounding or how to do that. But one thing I like to do, and especially now as the weather is getting warmer, except today, it's like, what the hell happened with the weather today? It was like spring and beautiful and gorgeous, and then it was like Christmas today with the snow. But when it's a warmer day, I like to go and put my feet on the grass and then just connect to the earth. And I just like to do a lot of deep breathing and concentrate on any stuff that's not mine. And as I'm breathing and then as I exhale, I just release it down through the soles of my feet back into the earth. That is a very, very effective and powerful way to ground. Like Gabby was saying, essential oils, if you can find some of the more earthy oils, like your pine oils. I know vetiver is an awesome grounding oil. Those are great to do if you can't get outside. Or would you want to add something else on that, Gabby, before we move into number 2?
No, I think we went through a lot of things. I think movement of the
Movement.
body is important. Yeah, getting the energy moving in our body, like yoga, walking, even dance. If you just like put a song and dance a little bit, it would just make you ground super fast.
Yeah, yeah. Or even just if you're feeling a lot of heavy emotions, put on a silly song and then just dance like nobody's watching. Who cares if they're
Mhm.
watching? That's what I say, but but just dance like nobody's watching. Be silly, have fun. I think that's the thing that we have to remember too, is to have fun. When everything
Yeah.
is so uncertain, it's so easy to get into a place of feeling very serious and very like somber. And that's
Yes.
understandable with everything going on. But we also have to remember to balance that out with remembering to have fun, remembering to tap into that inner child and to release some of the tension that we might be feling that way.
So true. So
Yeah.
number 2 is
Number 2 is
meditation.
meditation.
Mhm.
Meditation is wonderful. And the reason for that is there's so many different types of meditation to do. When people think of meditation, they just think of like, a holy monk or somebody just sitting here going, om, om. And that's certainly one way to meditate, right? And if that's the way you like to meditate, that's wonderful. But it doesn't have to be something like that. Meditation can be something as simple as taking a walk and being mindful of your surroundings as you're walking. What does the air smell like? What do the leaves look like right now? Can you spot how many of the flowers are coming out to bloom, or which ones are getting ready to bloom, or which ones don't even have buds on the plants yet? That kind of mindfulness keeps you grounded. So that goes back to number 1 again. And it's also a meditation of some sort. So you don't always have to sit there going, om, om to do meditation. So Yeah, Gabby, do you want to add anything, like another way you like to meditate that's not like quote normal?
Yeah, guided meditations are awesome, and they can be 5 minutes long. They don't even have to be 45 minutes long, right?
Right.
So just something guided, and you don't even have to quiet your mind. Meditation is about like being present in what you're thinking and what you're feeling. So there's so many ways to meditate out there. Just do any of them that works for you. It's
Yes,
just
that's the key.
yeah.
Whatever works for you. Don't try to do something that doesn't work for you, because you're not going to like it, and then you're not going to stick to it, and then you're going to say it didn't work for me.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely do something that resonates with you, that brings you joy.
Yes.
And on that note, Gabby's actually going to record like a self hypnosis that you can do. We haven't recorded it yet, or she hasn't recorded it yet. But you want to talk
Yeah.
a little bit about that, Gabby?
Yeah, I'll be recording a meditation that it's for grounding also. So it's going to be a self-hypnosis/meditation. And I'll record that and put that out there so that people can download it and listen to it. It'll actually be on YouTube probably. And yeah, we'll be sharing that tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, I can't wait, because you guys, I'm going to plug Gabby. She's too humble to say this, so I'm going to say it. She's got the sexiest as hell accent. I don't hear it actually when I talk to her, because we've been friends long enough that I don't hear her accent. But one time she recorded on my podcast with me, it was a long time ago now, um, a hypnosis. And when I listened to it, I was like, this isn't Gabby, because I don't hear your accent when we're just like with each other one on one. But then when I hear a recording, I hear it. I was like, holy shit, she's got a sexy as hell accent. I'm like, wow. So you guys, you're in for a treat if she's going to record this for you. That's what I'm trying to say, is that she just like, her voice is like butter, like a big stick of butter.
Yeah, can't wait to hear it.
No pressure now, right, Gabby?
Hopefully you guys can understand everything I'm saying.
Oh, are you kidding? They're gonna just like be like, please keep talking. You can
Yeah,
read
we
you
don't
can
know
read the
perfect.
back of a carton of milk ingredients, and we would love that too.
So it makes me sound smart too. So
You are smart.
okay, number three. What's number three?
Journaling.
Mm-hmm.
Journaling. Do you want to talk about
Journal.
journaling, Gabby?
Yeah, write it down. There's such power in writing down how you're
There is.
feeling.
There is.
And the best way to journal too is actually with gratitude. So some people are like, I don't even know what to write about. I know it's good, but I don't know where to begin. These are the best times to be grateful for the things that we have. And I was thinking today actually about a book that it's called A Diary of Anne Frank, right?
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people have heard of that book. And I read that book when I was like 11, and it changed my life. And I was thinking, wow, she was trapped at home for 2 years, right? And they couldn't speak loud. They didn't have TV, radio, music, food. Um, and we have to be at home right now because it's the best thing to do. But we have TV, movies, unlimited entertainment at home. We have families,
We have
food,
Skype, we have FaceTime, all the ways to
social
keep
media. We
connected.
have so much, so much. So yeah, gratitude and journaling are so important. Yes.
Yeah, they are, because it helps your brain, at least for me, Gabby. It helps my brain kind of sort out everything that I'm feeling, because part of my issues, I have ADHD, and so I have at least 100 thoughts going on at once. But when I'm writing them down, it's almost a way to kind of effectively organize my thoughts. And you don't
Yeah.
have to have ADHD to have that benefit. I think this would benefit anybody really. But that's what it does. It just helps you organize your thoughts. And I want to point out something too. If you feel like you need to get rid of some stuff that you're worried about first in your journal, do that first. Let go of the shit first. And then go into a place of gratitude and say, okay, yeah, things might suck right now because I'm not working and I'm worried how I'm going to pay the rent, or I'm worried how I'm going to pay the mortgage, or, my husband's not able to work right now because his job is an industry where they had to shut down. and um, write all those thoughts out. If you want to write all those thoughts out, go for it. Don't hold back. You don't need to put a filter on it. Say whatever comes to your mind, and then
Yeah.
try to go to a place of gratitude. Because there's so much to be grateful for. There really is. Um, and I don't want to put it out there that we need to have this Pollyanna attitude about everything, because we don't. Well, the
Mm-hmm.
reality is we're in this human existence. We are living in this human body. We cannot deny those aspects of ourselves that are human. So we've got to learn how to be able to feel those human emotions, but also balance it out with things like gratitude, right?
Yeah.
So would you
And
want to add anything to that, Gabby, to the gratitude?
I felt guided to say something, which is, I I promise you that there's people out there that want to hear all this shit that's going on with you. Like, I want to hear everything that's wrong right now in your life. I
Yep.
want you to tell me like everything. I
Yes.
don't mind. It's not gonna bring me down. It's not gonna affect me. This is what I do as a coach. I want to hear all the crap,
Yep.
because then after you say all of that and get it out of you, you'll find your true self again. You'll go back to peace and center.
Yep. Because you're
You'll
making room for all of that by letting
go.
go of all the shit. You're making
Yeah.
room for it.
And I promise you, your friends or family members that love you, they also want to hear, they want to be there for you.
Yeah.
So share, but always then find the silver lining in things, right? Try to find the beauty after all the crap.
Yep. That's
And,
the only
and,
way
and
we're going to get through this. Really,
yeah,
this is the only way we're going to get through this if we can.
yes, yes. So good. So number 4 is connection. You want to say
Yes.
something about connecting?
Yes. Maintaining connection right now is so, 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 so important. Maintaining connection is always important, but especially in a time like this where we're having to self-isolate while we're having to quarantine, where things are shut down, where we really can't get together in groups anymore. Um, we feel disconnected right now. I know I certainly feel disconnected in so many ways right now. And most of us are working from home, so we're not in an office environment. And some people, their social life is work, right? And they no longer have that anymore. And so they're feeling disconnected on that level. I mean, there are so many levels we're feeling disconnection right now. So we want to talk about ways we can maintain connection right now, because everybody has this fundamental need to feel connected. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, I'm an introvert. And for me, a lot of times I don't want to feel connected. I'm just like, no, I just want to put everybody on hold. I want to be by myself. I want to recharge my battery. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But we have to remember to have connection as well, because we all need it. Introvert, extrovert, empath, not empath, light worker, whoever, right? We all need it as a human being. So, Gabby, would you want to tell us what you could advise people to do to maintain connection?
Yes. First of all, connect with yourself. I would say a lot of people are not going inward. You know, we can go outside, go inward and connect with yourself. But then reach out to those people that might need your help right now. I've been trying to message people randomly when I start feeling anxious or low, or I feel a wave of depression coming to me. I say, who can I reach out to? Who needs me? And
Yeah.
I'll text somebody and say, how are you really feeling? Tell me,
Yeah. Don't just
what's
say I'm
going
doing fine or I'm
yeah,
okay.
how are you really feeling right now? And just reach out to those like the elderly, people that maybe live alone. We all know somebody that has anxiety or that suffers from depression. They
Mhm.
might not be doing that great right now. So reach out, send some love to those people.
Yeah.
And you can even do that through meditation too. When you're meditating, like imagine that person in front of you and
Mhm.
send them light and love, and like you're giving them a virtual hug, not a virtual one, but imaginary hug, energy hug. Um, that's a great way to connect soul to soul at a deeper level too. So yeah, connection. So
I love
important.
that. I love that you said that, Gabby, because it goes back to number 2 on meditation. If you can visualize and send that person love too, um, your brain doesn't know the difference between what you're experiencing in person or what you are visualizing in your mind's eye. And so how that can help you is when you're visualizing that in your mind's eye, your brain thinks you're actually there with that person, giving them love. And it makes that connection in your brain so that you feel connected to that person. And whether that person who's receiving this is an empath or not, or whether they're energetically sensitive or not, they're still going to feel it. They may not know where it's coming from. They may not know who is sending it. They may not even be conscious of any of that. What they will be conscious of is somehow their day just seems a little bit brighter. Do you
Yes,
agree with that?
they will feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
They
that
will
way
feel it.
we get out of our own head, and when we reach out to others, just the world becomes a little bit better. The universe says thank you, because it's like an act of kindness. It's an act of compassion for all others,
Yeah.
and that's the way to raise the vibration of the world. It's not,
Especially right now.
yeah, it's not the ways that so many light workers or healers or spiritual people think, right? They think you have to eat a certain way, or you have to meditate all day long, right? Or do all these crazy things. No, it's actually with compassion. It's with sending that light. Um, yeah, so this is the perfect time to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. On that note, too, I just thought of something when you were talking about that is to send yourself compassion. I think that's a wonderful way to not just maintain connection with others, but with yourself. Because if you can send yourself compassion, so for instance, let's just say, I'm just trying to think of an example I can give. Um, let's say, okay, I was upset yesterday because our exchange student that's with us, a lot of things in her life have fallen apart. So my heart has been hurting for her. And we may have to say goodbye to her a lot sooner than we wanted. So that was really, really hard. And what I ended up doing that night was when I meditated, I visualized myself, my higher self, and my higher self was giving me compassion. Compassion, like, hey, Patricia, it's okay. You have a right to feel this way. You love your exchange student. And of course, you're going to be sad if she has to go back. And of course, you're going to be sad if her life is falling apart. But also make it about you too, as far as what are you feeling right now? And what are ways that you can show yourself compassion, even if it's an emotion that you're not proud of? I think that's the key. When it's the emotions that we're not proud of, that's when it's even more important for us to show that compassion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are all feeling emotions that we're not proud of right now, right? We are. Some of us are feeling fear. Some of us are feeling uncertainty. And that's okay. It's okay for us to feel all that, but it's also just as important for us to show compassion for ourselves for feeling those things. That's the quickest way, in my opinion, that you can shift all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, number 5 is self-care and self-love. And that is so, so, so important right now that you all take the time, and we do too, me and Patricia as well, to take care of ourselves, right? Self-care, self-love. And that way we can share with others the love too. And self-care can look so many different ways for everybody. We're not
Yes.
here to tell you this is how you do it, right?
Yeah.
It's different for everybody else. But what are some things that you do, Patricia, to do some self-care?
Um, there's a lot. One of them is definitely meditation. When I feel just so much heaviness out there, especially when I have to go to the store for something, when I have to go to the store for and be with other people, I can feel the heaviness. I can feel the panic. I can feel the uncertainty. I can feel the fear. And for me, meditation is huge in getting rid of what is not mine. So meditation is definitely one of my ways to self-care. If you are attuned to Reiki, Reiki is huge right now too, to just help clear your energetic field and balance out your chakra system, even your aura. All of those things are really, really important right now. And Gabby mentioned too that self-love, or did you, or I'm jumping ahead? I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but
Yeah.
self-love is part of self-care. And the one thing I want to touch on about self-love is a lot of us, and I was there until recently, don't know how to show ourselves. We're so used to showing love to others that it doesn't come naturally to us to show love for ourselves. And because most of us are conditioned from when we're little to not show any kind of attention or love or compassion or any of that to ourselves. It's always on other people. And there's nothing wrong with doing that on other people, but we have to learn to do that with ourselves as well. And so the self love is huge. And Gabby, what would you advise people who maybe don't know how to show themselves self love? Because you're like the self love guru. So I'm going to ask you so you can give some tidbits to our listeners or our watchers on what they can do to show self love. Because some people don't know how to do that. It doesn't feel authentic if they just say, I am love, I am light, I love myself, when maybe they don't feel those things.
I think that something that I heard from Teal Swan, I loved it. I loved it because the way she expressed that, it was awesome. But she said one of the best ways to learn to love yourself or remember how to love yourself, because I think we all know how, we just get conditioned to not love ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like ask yourself every day, how would somebody that loves themselves act at this moment?
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, we all know the answers to that. And if you don't know, you'll pick it up. But your mind, when you ask that question, your mind will go there. So let's say that I'm feeling very anxious because everything's going on, because my husband lost his job, because anything. I can ask myself, how would a woman that loves herself feel or act in this moment? Right? And the answer is going to be she's going to try to do anything to soothe herself. She's gonna remember that she's worthy for who she is, not for what she has.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
go and um, pamper herself in any way, or she's gonna connect more with her husband and see what they can do about this. Like there's so many answers to any situation every day. So that's really, really powerful, I think. Um, but most importantly, I think is remembering who we are to love ourselves. We are made of love and light. So
We come from love and light. We are.
that's who we are. So forgetting all of this programming that we have and just remember we are love. Um, I promise to you that if you are able to love somebody else and show up for other people, you can do the same for yourself. And there's a million and one ways to do it, but yeah, just just remember to take care of yourself in these moments that are so difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And we
huge.
can do a huge podcast on it or video on
Oh,
just
yeah.
self-love. We've done that before, so you can listen to Patricia's podcast. We'll put a link to it where we talk about self-love. Um, but yeah.
Yeah. And I think it would even be nice to record an updated one as well, because as things shift, as we all shift, as everything energetically shifts, a lot of times we evolve. Well, we do evolve, right? And we gain more knowledge. And I think what we may have known back then was what we knew back then, but a lot of things have changed and shifted. So now we know even more. We have more wisdom that we could add to what we've already put out there. So I love that idea. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those were our first five, I mean, our 5 ways to cope and help yourself go through this difficult times right now that everyone's going through. And
Yeah.
I think also just it's so important to try to find the beauty in all of this.
There is beauty
That's
to
about
be
what I
found.
want.
No
Mm-hmm.
matter how hard it might look right now, we don't want to
Yeah.
make light of those who are in very difficult circumstances right now. We don't want to make light of that at all because everybody's in some kind of a difficult circumstance right now. And some might feel like theirs might be maybe worse than others. And I mean, that's a whole other podcast that we could do too. How everybody's pain isn't, nobody's pain is worse or better or whatever than each other's. But it might feel that way. It might feel like say half your family is sick, or it could be so many different things. So being able to go to that place in your mind and understand that is huge. Yeah.
And I mean, find the beauty in like the little moments.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it doesn't have to be something huge, it could be little moments.
This is our huge opportunity to do this. Now that we have a little bit more time on our hands, we're
Mhm.
not like rushing from back and forth to and from places, because a lot of times our busy lives keep us from finding the beauty, right? We're just almost like on automatic pilot. It's almost like we're just doing the same things over and over and over again every single day. That sometimes we do forget to find the beauty in things. And I think we have the perfect opportunity right now, as we've been forced to slow down, as we've been forced to take a look at our situations and what they look like right now in this moment in time, to actually try to find the beauty now that we have that time, now that we can go inward more than we ever have been able to. I think it would be a shame in some ways to neglect that opportunity or not take that opportunity that is right there waiting for you to take it.
Yes. So keep finding the beauty. Look for the beauty. Look for the helpers.
Yep.
And bring your light, because we're all made of light. So let's bring that light out of us so that we can shine that light in this crazy times. So
Yep.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we wanted to invite all of you light workers or healers out there, or therapists. If you work with people, helping people, we want you to reach out to us and see if you'd like to do an interview with us next week. We would love to have you live and do a meditation. Tell us what you're going through, how you're helping people, how do you want to reach out to people, if you're having any promotion for your services. Um, or also, like, if you do any sound healing, we can do a light sound bath. If you're a yoga teacher, anything that you do that you want to reach out and help, let us know, and we'll have you on this podcast show, whatever it is that we're doing, that we just came up with it today. um,
We just know we
we
wanted to help in some way, and this is
yeah,
our way of helping. Yeah.
yeah,
And I know everybody,
um,
other light workers out there are feeling that too. They want to help,
yeah,
they don't know how. And so we think, hey, this is the perfect time for all of us light workers to collaborate, to collectively get together, in the ways that we can right now, and help uplift not just each other, but everybody else around us. And Gabby, would you say the best way to contact us on that is to either A, leave a comment, or, ooh, we want to
yeah.
talk about leaving the comments too, right? Or messaging us. You can private message me or Gabby. But Gabby's going to talk to you about the comments. Like what?
Yeah,
That,
so if you made it to the end of the video, congratulations. We
oh my
can talk
gosh.
for hours.
Yes, we could talk for hours. Wow, I was just looking at the time. I'm like, holy cow, where did the time go?
But we want you to comment on this video how you really feeling. Okay, take the mask off and message us, comment how you're feeling. And if you do so, we're gonna actually send some Reiki to you tomorrow at 8 p.m. We'll be sending Reiki to everybody that comments anything, but most importantly, we want to know how you're really feeling. Okay, just so that people know that it's okay to feel, because the quicker we feel everything, the quicker we're gonna be on the other end of things. So, and not that we're rushing anything, it's a process. If it takes as long as it takes, but I want everyone to be able to feel, and I want to hear how everyone's feeling too.
Yes.
Um, real you. We want to see the real you. So go ahead and comment, and we'll send you some Reiki tomorrow, distantly at 8 p.m.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Me and Gabby are gonna do that collectively at the same time tomorrow for everybody that puts that information in the comments. So please, please, please do that. Because we would love to help you in any way we can right now. And sometimes that's just distant Reiki right now. And it's a beautiful thing to receive distant Reiki if you can't get it in person. And Gabby and I have like this really deep soul connection. And when we do Reiki together, there's just so much magic that happens. So you definitely want to be a part of that. And I'm not saying that to give ourselves credit, because we're really just tapping into universal life force energy from the universe and all that stuff. It's not really stuff that we're going to take credit for, but at the same time, we are using our own innate gifts as well. So when we love coming together to do that for everybody right now, because like everybody else out there, we want to find ways to help. We
want to hear from everybody. We never believed in competition.
Yeah.
Patricia and I are one of those that we love helping other healers too. I coach other healers and mentor them. We teach Reiki together. We just want to help. And I know there's a lot of people like in Salt Lake City that love going to classes and to group meditations and sound baths. And now they're probably like, we're not going anywhere. We need this. So let's do it online. Why not? Let's just keep reaching out to others. So
that's what we're going to do. And we need your help for that. So please, please, please reach out. And like Gabby said, put how you're really feeling. Take the mask off. I want to just back her up on what she said on that, because we can all help each other out by saying what is on our minds, what we're going through, because part of this is like some of my own feelings I feel so alone in, right? But then when I hear somebody else out there voice exactly what I didn't know how to say, then I'm like, oh my goodness, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was alone in this. And sometimes in these periods of feeling disconnected, when you know that somebody else out there feels the same way, then you're like, okay, you go back to feeling connected again, rather than feeling lonely, rather than feeling disconnected. It's just a way for all of us to feel what is so needed right now as we're having to isolate ourselves. And one last thing before we go, sorry, I know we could talk forever, is there is absolutely zero judgment. If you know Gabby and if you know me, we are the type of person that will never, ever judge you. We don't care if you're, see, my brain just went blank. If you're Wayne Dyer, but I know he's on the other side now, but if you're him, or if you're Tony Robbins, or if you're whoever, right? It doesn't matter who you are. If you're feeling what you would think are less than emotions, say it. There's no judgment whatsoever. There's no shame in feeling what you need to feel right now. There's nothing but authenticity. And authenticity is what we all need right now. Authenticity, connection, love, and for all of us to collaborate together.
Yes, that's what we need the most.
Yep.
No shame. Be vulnerable. Open up. Say how you're feeling. And we send you light, love, a hug. And we're all in this together. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.
One last thing. Sorry, it just came up. I think, and this is just my perspective, okay? So people are free to agree or disagree. It's okay. But I think this is the perfect opportunity, actually, when all of this is happening, to get to that place where you feel comfort saying what your true feelings are, rather than masking them, rather than shoving them aside, pretending that they're not there, rather than feeling ashamed of yourself because you're even feeling that to begin with, and you should, quote, know better, right? I think all of us light workers have been there lately. We're like, we should, quote, know better. But you know what? There's no such thing as, quote, knowing better, right? There isn't. And the reason for that is because if we keep telling ourselves we should know better, we're never going to look inward at what it is that needs to be healed. And yes, maybe we do know better, right? But this is a perfect opportunity to be like, okay, all of these things are showing up right now. And what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
So
It's not
please be
anymore. It's not about fake it until you make it and don't say
no,
how you feeling. That doesn't exist anymore.
no,
Now
that's
it's
still
about
paradigm. Still paradigm.
yeah.
It's time to move out of that now. And this is what this is shifting us into, in my opinion.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So don't waste the opportunity that is shifting out there for all this, okay? All right, we'll shut up now because we could just keep on going forever.
We'll be seeing you next week again when we do our next episode. And yeah, thank you everyone for listening.
Yes, until then, everybody take care, stay healthy, love
Be
each
safe.
other,
Yes.
love yourself, love each other, and we love you. So thank you for joining us. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us in our long-winded talk. We're just happy to be here with you and help you out. So hopefully something we said helped you out. And
Yeah.
let us know what if anything did help you out too. If anything we said helped you, we would love to hear that. So
And
all right,
if
everybody.
you want us to keep us doing this too, if you're something that you would like us to keep doing, let us know too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Bye everyone. Good
Thanks
night.
everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.